Let's see how to find the RTSP URL for IP cameras. Here I have this Axis camera, for example. If I want to use with this Ugreen NAS or any NAS that works with the RTSP protocol, I need RTSP URL, okay? It works for this camera or for this one, for example, it's a Samsung camera, also known as Wisenet camera, or perhaps a Hikvision camera if you want to use this one as well. It works with the RTSP protocol, or even cameras like this one, okay? Reolink cameras, they also work with the RTSP protocol. And there are more cameras that use this protocol, but you need an URL. So I come here to my computer and I can download this software. This is the ODM. You just type here on Google ODM download and you find the software. Usually this link here works pretty fine. ONVIF Device Manager, ODM. And then you can just download this one. That's the software I have already here. So as you can see, I just install the software here and it scans the network and finds my cameras that are connected to the switch, right? So the switch and the computer with the cameras are connected to the same network. So basically here you have the Hikvision camera, Reolink, Axis, another Axis camera, the Wisenet. So when I come here, I select the camera and here on the top, I insert the username and password for the camera, right? And if you have a camera with the ONVIF protocol, you just need to log into the camera and enable the protocol there. For these Wisenet cameras, it comes already enabled for the ONVIF protocol. So I just come here to the live video and it shows here the RTSP URL, okay? This one is a little bit slow because it's using the profile number 1. You can use different profiles for your camera. I know because I have a Wisenet camera here and the URL is different for every camera, right? You cannot like just use this URL from a Wisenet camera to a Hikvision camera, for example, to an Axis camera. It's different for every single camera. So I can test this one by using this VLC Media Player. It's also a free software that you can download from internet. And here I can just come to Media, open Network Stream, and here I can just paste this RTSP, all right? And then I just play it, wait for it to connect, and there we go. Here I have the image from the camera. You see that a little bit slow because I'm using the profile number 1, but I can just go to the camera and look for the profiles that are fast. Then I can just come here and change, all right, the URL here. And let's say, for example, change here to profile number 2, right? It depends on your camera, of course. And the camera is also going to ask for the username and the password. See, now that's pretty fast, right? A good camera here from Wisenet. Then I can just use this in the softwares, right? If I come here to this Ugreen NAS, for example, I can just load the software and use this URL to make the camera work and record here. Let's just come to another camera here. Let's say this Axis camera, for example. You see sender not authorized. That's because I have here a different username and password for this camera. So I just come here. Let me just insert here the password for this one and login. There we go. Now I can see the live video. There we go. This is an Axis camera. And you see here the RTSP URL is different. Okay, so for this one, for example, I can just copy here until this profile, right? And from here, I can come to the VLC Media Player and test it again. Of course, you're gonna use your software later that accepts the RTSP URL and use this one. I'm just testing with the VLC before using a software. You see that I have the RTSP URL here, and then when I hit play, it's going to ask for the username and password. There we go. Let me just put it here and hit OK. I think I made a mistake here. Let me just try again. Just waiting for the camera to connect, and there we go. So it's working. with this RTSP URL. So basically it depends on the way you configure your camera. With the Axis camera here, for example, I just need to insert the username and password. With the Samsung camera or the Wisenet camera, I went there into the camera configuration and I checked a box to not ask for a username and password when using the RTSP protocol. It's up to you, right? And you can also use the URL in a different way. Let me just come here again. Just close and open one more time. So see that I can just come here with the VLC Media Player. And here I just gonna use this again. But now I'm gonna use here with the username and password. I just put here in the beginning. And then the password. And there we go. I just got the RTSP URL here and I completed with the username and password that I have created back there on the camera. Then I just hit play. And now it's gonna take the username and password and it's not going to ask me. You see, it's working that way. So you can use in this way in your software, right? So you see that I could find for 2 different cameras. Then I have the Hikvision here as well. When I hit live video, see again a different RTSP URL. For everyone is different. One more time, I can just test on the VLC and use in my software. So it works for every single camera. And you can also check the user manual if there's the information about the RTSP URL there. Or the last option here, if it's not working for you, for your camera, you just need to come to ChatGPT, for example, and here you can just ask what is the RTSP URL for a specific camera. Let's say Reolink cameras, for example. Just come here. ChatGPT is going to search on the web and bring the information. See here, the RTSP URL is just right here with the username, password, camera IP, the port, and the rest of the URL. And it works pretty fine. You can do this for every single camera that you have, no matter the brand that you have right there. You can just ask ChatGPT, right? So basically, those are the ways that you can find the RTSP URL for IP camera. And I also have my cameras working here already with this Ugreen NAS using the RTSP and works pretty fine, okay? I hope that helps. Leave your comments here, subscribe, and I see you in the next one.